Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, Big Funk Thinker, right out here in the lab, doing what I do for you. I'm about to try out something new. So, for all y'all, this is something different, but let's see where it goes. Wrightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. That's it, the story for life. I'm excited about this new thing I'm about to try out, so bear with me. I give stories for life lessons. You tuning and receiving them. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Got a good one for you now. Hope you like this. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment with knowledge of self, aka specially designed Afro knots. I like that phrase. All right, let's do this. Right thinkers way of life. Through mental and spiritual discipline every day, daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers do just that. And your goal is to do just that. Tune in, pay attention, get your lessons. More important, implement your lessons, and you'll get just what I know you will have, knowledge of self. Let's go to know thyself. A person who knows not, oh, excuse me, let me ask you the question. Do you know you? It's rhetorical because somebody, yeah, but it's rhetorical. And if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Let's go. Now, a person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. No problem. I can awaken them with spiritual. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. Knowledge of self, I can wake you up too. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know that self. And to my eye, be true. First thing is, I'm gonna take a snippet. If you're true, uh, right thinker, and if you're a funketeer, you will recognize this. Okay. For those of you who don't know, that's a part from George Clinton, title called "From Dr. Funkstein Album." And the reason why I call the place I work in right now the lab is because to George, when he's working in the lab, that's where I got it from. He called it cloning. I'm cloning you. I'm just disguising it as enlightenment and knowledge. So get ready, cause I'm about to show you where I got my ideas and my concept from. Hope you can understand it. Let's go. Right thinkers, let's talk about the prelude. According to P-Funk, it says, they say, imitation is the highest form of flattery. I adopted the name P-Funk because of P-Funk, George. Okay? Ain't much more flattery you can get. Understand that. And I only take a back seat to two guys. One is my biological father, other was my funk father, which is George. So you see where I'm going with this. I am a funketeer, just in case you didn't know. So let's do this. Now that little excerpt was called the Prelude, and it says, "Funk upon a time in the days of the Funkopus, the concept of specially designed Afro knots." I call it right thinking philosophy, but it's knowledge of self, and it was laid on our ancient ancestors, man-child, but was later repossessed. Why? Perfect question. Because they misuse and abuse of that concept, and it was taken away and placed where? Among the secrets of the pyramids. Why? Into the more positive attitude toward that most sacred phenomenon. At that time, it was called clone funk. We call it now right thinking philosophy. could be acquired and mastered by the people today. So I went to the pyramid. You see, I got the Giza plateau on my chest. That's where I went and got it from. And now I brought back a concept that was supposed to be lost and forgotten, hidden. My man got a show called for Forbidden Knowledge. Everybody talking about hidden mysteries. I know some too. Let me introduce you to my little concept. All right, it's called P Funk's Fairy Tales. It tells you about the concept of what specially designed, spiritually enlightened philosophy. Okay, that takes away the Afronauts. That's what we called it back then. But now we call it spiritually enlightened philosophy, or right thinking philosophy, was first laid on man-child, but like I say, later repossessed and placed among the secrets in the pyramid wall, the hieroglyphics, the information, the truth, the handwritings on the wall. hmm We as a people forgot. No, we was conquered, taken over, so we was, manhandled, manipulated again. So over the period of time, we lost it. We are not in a good place spiritually, mentally, or otherwise. Why? Because we forgot our ways. But what's this? The philosophy of Maya, excuse me, after it was placed upon the pyramid, somebody had to come and awaken it, like kissing Sleeping Beauty to awaken him. Okay, I did that when I went to Egypt. I didn't know then, but I didn't know what I was gonna bring back. I just knew I went and found something valuable, and I cultivated it. I nurtured it. I tweaked it a little bit. Okay, modernized, I call it, colorized it, put it into a perspective and a concept that I can teach today and get the point across. So that's what right thinking is all about. Is coming together. I'm trying to make it work with me. All right. So here we go. Now, the reason why it was repossessed and placed among the secret pyramid because the misuse and they misused the sacred concept of what? Knowing thyself. We forgot our way. We don't know who we are as a people. So my point is to what? Know thyself. See where we're going with that? So it's coming back. Okay. I done revitalized this thing. And that philosophy, we call it Maya, aka know thyself, is now in the hands of somebody who treated with a more positive attitude. Yours truly. Yes, sir. And before I got it, it was like a sleeping beauty waiting to be kissed so it can be released and gave amongst the people so they can what? Become conscious. Other philosophical concepts. They was like sleeping beauties waiting to be kissed, to be released, to wake up to sleeping unconscious people. My job is to awaken you with what? Knowledge of self. That's the goal. And my war is ignorance. Fake people, phony. Okay, here we go. Right thinking philosophy is that sacred knowledge that I have acquired from what the pyramids, and I have the right positive respect and understanding for what? This most sacred knowledge of what? Knowing thyself philosophy. I call it right thinking philosophy. Now, yes, I am the second coming of the sage and now master of what? Right thinking philosophy. I got some followers. I got a few people subscribing. So, I don't want to call it a movement. I'll tell you why later. We know how I feel about movement starters, but I'm doing something that I know is good. Yes, now being what? Taught correctly by who? Me. I know the master, aka I'm the now the doctor, right thinker, and enlightening all those who are in search of what? Themselves, aka the truth, or naturally themselves. Yeah, so what? All you fake ass religious CEO, spiritual leaders, better look out. Why? Oh, I'm coming because I'm going to wake up all my ignorant, aka sleeping people, to the truth, aka knowledge of themselves. And that way they will shut you down. Why? They will be hip to your lies and your false promises to them, knowing the whole time you are lying. My right thinking philosophy will wake them up and expose you for the piece of crap that you really are. You know who I'm talking to. The Antichrist, they call him. That clown y'all trying to run for president. The definition of Antichrist, I gave that lesson to. Somebody who appears to do good, appears to want to make peace, appears to want to do right, the whole time knowing that ain't even on the agenda. We know those people too. Told you about them. Ain't nobody that I don't know about. Ain't no game that I ain't played. So you can't trick me. I ain't the one. Tell you the best good guy is a good old bad guy. I used to be a bad guy. Now I'm a good guy. I'm good at that. Moving on. And the good thing about this is you fake phony CEOs and preachers are what you call deceivers, master deceivers. All you do is lie. Why? Because your whole game is based on predication that people are being deceived by the lies that you tell them. You had a hidden agenda, still do. Most of y'all are. But watch this. The best thing about it is right now, I'm starting to see the change. And I feel good. Why? Knowing I'm not the only one taking on this war of moral, spiritual correctness, aka righteous living for our young people and elders alike. Why? We all should live right. And to really be able to enjoy this life, that's what it's all about. Find your lane, get comfortable, and live your life. All this, that, and the other. Knowing thyself should be the goal for all right thinkers. Why? Because with knowledge of self, you can do whatever you want. They tell you, oh, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I got proof. You can do more things with knowledge of self. That's where the strength is. And having knowledge of self is the best knowledge you can acquire. Sorry about that, but I get a little excited. But remember, right thinkers, right? Thinking philosophy is not something just brought up. Just no, it's an ancient Egyptian concept, the philosophy. I tell you, my yacht, I just tweaked it a little bit. I gave you the breakdown. So I know one thing: it's the truth, and truth don't change. Like the bloody Christ, all that other stuff I talk, it's a philosophy like everybody else's. I'm just saying it ain't no different than none of y'all, but I know this one works. Why? That's what I use. I know about the other ones, but I didn't use them. I told my pastor I didn't get to God by reading the Bible. I didn't get to God by being religious. I got to God by doing my due diligence and living right. I'm gonna continue to do that. I'm around Christians who do the same thing, so I ain't got a problem with that. If it was Muslims, no problem. Jews, again, no problem. I'm a spiritual dude. I don't care what religion you came, cause neither do God. Doing God's will makes you spiritual. Living spiritual discipline lifestyle makes you spiritual. Not claiming to be a Christian, Muslim, or Jew, that don't make you spiritual. It ain't what you say, it's what you do that makes you spiritual. Quick lesson. I got to go. I got my point in, but I had to just get that one off. Yeah, I'm the man. I got to do what I do. Tune in. I got you. I'll enlighten you. Trust me. That's what I do for you.